So you've probably heard a lot of other coaches or PTs tell you that if you want to reduce your snacking or reduce over-consuming certain foods, especially the foods that you really get a joy from eating, then you should just sacrifice them completely. Don't buy them. Now, if you want to suck every little ounce of joy out of your life, then sure, crack on. But as we both know, sucking is your mum's favourite pastime, so I really don't recommend you do that. I think you just need to find balance. A balance between over-restriction and over-consumption. In my opinion, balance is restraint. Restraint from over-consuming the foods that you want to consume, and restraint from overly restricting the foods that you feel like you need to restrict. Here's an example. So let's say you've got a food that you really enjoy eating, and you know that it's going to trigger you into over-consuming it. For example, my favourite chocolate bar is a double-decker, and if I got given a pack of 6 double-deckers, I'm most likely going to smash all of them off in one sitting. But what I do is I'd think about a chocolate bar which is probably lower down on that tier list of chocolates. For example, a Crunchy or a Twix. I'd buy that instead, because that way I'm still going to be able to eat the chocolate, but I'm going to be less inclined to over-consume it because it's not as good as the double-decker. Don't get me wrong, it's still good. I think a Twix is a B tier chocolate, but a double-decker is S tier. I'm not going to want to over-consume a B tier chocolate. I am going to want to completely over-consume an S tier chocolate. However, whatever you do not get a bounty, because if you get a bounty, you belong on a register. Secondly, you just need to try and make it a little bit more difficult for you to actually over-consume snacks or foods, or just eating food without even thinking about it. The majority of us tend to just eat foods which are just lying about just because we're not even thinking about it. Think about the last time that you were at work and somebody brought treats into work, chocolate, cake, whatever it is. Think about the last time that you walked past it, picked it up, just started eating it, and then before you even realised that you're eating it, you've already smashed it off. That's just because you weren't even thinking about eating it, because it was so easy just to take and eat. So put plans in place to make it a little bit more difficult for you to just pick up a food and start eating it without thinking about it. Buy a snack, buy foods which actually take preparation. You've got to put it in the oven, you've got to put it in the air fryer, you've got to put it on the frying pan, whatever it is, rather than just taking foods which all you've got to do is unwrap the packaging and eat it like that. That way, you're actually going to have to justify putting an effort to eat that food rather than just eating it straight out of the package. Another cool example of that is if you buy foods which you know that you really enjoy and you know that you're potentially going to overeat, put them further away from your reach. Instead of having the biscuit tin on the kitchen counter, put it on the shelf that's highest or furthest away from you. Even though it's not much of a difference, you're psychologically going to weigh up the effort involved in getting that biscuit rather than just having it right in front of you at chest level just to pick out of the biscuit tin. Put steps in place to make it a little bit more effort to actually eat these foods and overconsume these foods. Because as soon as you make it a little bit more effort to overconsume them, you'll probably start noticing that you'll consume them a hell of a lot less. Again, you're restraining yourself from doing so, not restricting them completely. I hope that helps and I hope that makes sense. These are just a few examples, and obviously you can crack on with them if you like. Let me know how they go. If you like this video, give it a like. If you've got any questions for me, feel free to comment below because I'd be more than happy to answer them for you. And if you want to catch any more free fitness or fat loss based content without any of the bullshit, as always, make sure that you're either subscribed to this channel or follow my Instagram at k.p_health. Peace.